Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong. This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents. Yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day.
Everything you can do all you want, but you still need help from the boss. We need help from the boss. That's what happened. We need help.
Version of the Bible was unveiled today, a Jamaican version. The King James Bible has been translated into Jamaican Patois. The Bible Society of the West Indies believes it'll make the Bible more relevant to the people around the world who speak Jamaican Patois. This is the latest translation of the New Testament. It's the Jamaican New Testament.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
We Father, we in heaven, make people have
a Bible in Jamaican Patois. A cultural milestone. Jamaica gets a new Bible, not just any Bible. This one is special. This is the Jamaican Patois Bible. It's the New Testament translated into Jamaican Patois. Imagine that. The Bible Society of the West Indies worked hard on this. They wanted to reach more Jamaicans. They knew many Jamaicans speak Patois. It's their everyday language. It's part of their identity. This Bible is a big deal. It's a cultural milestone. It shows that Patois is important. It's a real language. It can even handle the Bible. That says a lot. This is more than just a translation. It's a statement. Jamaica is saying we are here. Our language matters. Our culture matters. The power of language, why Patois matters. Language is powerful, it shapes how we think, it connects us to our culture. Jamaican Patois is no different, it's vibrant and full of life. For many Jamaicans, Patois is their first language. It's the language of their heart. They use it at home, they use it with friends, it's part of who they are. For years, Patois was seen as less important. People thought it was just broken English. They didn't think it was good enough for school or for important things. But this Bible changes that. It says that Patois is worthy. It can be used for anything, even the Word of God. Making the Bible accessible, reaching every Jamaican. The Bible can be tough to understand. It's full of old words and complex ideas. Now, imagine trying to read it in a language you don't speak well. That's the reality for many Jamaicans. They might know some English, but Patois is their true language. It's what they understand best. This Bible removes that barrier. It makes the Bible accessible. Now, Jamaicans can read the Bible and understand it fully. They can connect with it on a deeper level. This is about inclusivity. It's about making sure everyone can access the Bible. Everyone deserves to experience the Word of God in a language that speaks to them. Echoes of the past, Patois and oral traditions. Jamaica has a rich oral tradition. Stories, songs and history are passed down through generations by word of mouth. It's all about storytelling. Patois is central to this tradition. It's the language of the storytellers. It's the language that carries the history and culture of Jamaica. This Bible fits right in. It's like a continuation of that tradition. The stories of the Bible are now being told in the language of the people. This brings a sense of familiarity. It makes the Bible feel closer to home. It's like hearing a familiar voice telling you these ancient stories. Section 5. Spreading the Word, the Evangelical Perspective. For many Christians, sharing their faith is important. They want to spread the Word of God, and they want to reach as many people as possible. Translating the Bible into different languages is a key part of this. It allows people to experience the Bible in their own language. This makes it more powerful and relatable. The Jamaican Patois Bible is a powerful tool for evangelism. It allows preachers to connect with people on a deeper level. It helps break down barriers and share the Christian message more effectively. This is about making the message of the Bible accessible to everyone, regardless of their language. The release of the Patois Bible has sparked a wide range of reactions across Jamaica. Some embrace it as a celebration of their linguistic heritage, while others question its necessity and authenticity. Conversations have ignited in communities, churches and homes, reflecting the deep connection between language and identity in Jamaican culture. Beyond Jamaica, the Patois Bible is making waves in the global community. Linguists, theologians and cultural historians are taking note, and discussions are emerging about the role of vernacular languages in preserving cultural heritage. The Patois Bible is not just a religious text, it's a symbol of linguistic pride and a testament to the resilience of Jamaican identity. So, what does the future hold for the Patois Bible? It's hard to say for sure. Will it become a staple in Jamaican churches, or will it remain a controversial topic? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. The Patois Bible has already left an indelible mark on the conversation about language, faith, and cultural identity. In the end, the Patois Bible is more than just a translation of sacred texts. It's a powerful reminder of how language shapes our understanding of the world and ourselves. It challenges us to think about the ways in which religion and identity are intertwined and invites us to celebrate the rich tapestry of linguistic diversity. The United States holds a unique position on the world stage. It is a global superpower wielding significant economic and political influence. This influence extends to the realm of religion, particularly Christianity. The decisions made in Washington, D.C. often resonate far beyond American borders, impacting Christian communities worldwide. Donald Trump's presidency brought this dynamic into sharp focus. His policies and rhetoric often aligned with a specific segment of American Christianity, white evangelicals. This alignment raised questions about the global implications of American politics on faith, particularly in regions where Christianity is a dominant religion. Jamaica and Africa, with their large and diverse Christian populations, offer compelling case studies. These regions have long-standing ties to the United States, both historically and in the present day. Understanding the potential impact of a Trump victory in 2024 requires examining the complex interplay of politics, religion, and U.S. influence on the global stage. This essay will delve into the potential ramifications of a Trump victory in 2024 on Christianity in Jamaica and Africa. It will explore how his policies might embolden conservative Christian movements, influence U.S. foreign policy, and impact religious freedom across continents. The essay will also consider potential areas of both support and resistance to these changes. Ultimately, it aims to shed light on the intricate relationship between American politics, Christianity, and their combined global influence. Donald Trump's political rise was inextricably linked to the support of white evangelical Christians. This constituency found resonance in his promises to restore what they perceived as a Christian America. Trump skillfully tapped into their anxieties about social change, religious freedom, and the perceived erosion of traditional values. His policies reflected this alignment. He appointed conservative judges, championed anti-abortion legislation, and embraced a rhetoric that appealed to the religious right. His stance on issues like same-sex marriage and transgender rights further solidified his image as a defender of traditional Christian values. This embrace of the Christian conservative agenda has both domestic and international implications. It signals a shift in the American political landscape, where religious identity plays an increasingly prominent role. It also raises questions about how this shift will shape U.S. foreign policy and its engagement with countries where Christianity is a significant force. The potential for a Trump victory in 2024 suggests a continuation, if not an intensification, of these trends. His return to the White House could embolden conservative Christian movements both within the U.S. and abroad. It could also lead to policy decisions that prioritize a particular interpretation of religious freedom, potentially impacting the rights of other religious groups and minorities. U.S. foreign policy has long been intertwined with the promotion of American values and interests. This includes at times the advancement of religious freedom abroad. However, the interpretation of religious freedom and its implementation have often been subject to debate and criticism. Under the Trump administration, there was a noticeable shift in U.S. foreign policy towards a more overt embrace of Christian interests. This was evident in the appointment of individuals with close ties to conservative Christian organizations to key positions within the State Department and USAID. This shift raised concerns about whether US foreign aid and diplomatic efforts would be used to advance a particular religious agenda. Critics argued that this approach could alienate allies, exacerbate religious tensions, and undermine the very freedoms it claimed to promote. A Trump victory in 2024 could further solidify this approach to foreign policy. It could lead to increased funding for faith-based organizations aligned with the administration's ideology, potentially at the expense of secular aid groups. It could also impact US relations with countries that have different stances on issues like LGBTQ rights and abortion, potentially leading to diplomatic tensions or even sanctions. Jamaica, with its vibrant and diverse Christian community, serves as an intriguing case study in the intersection of religion and politics. The island nation has a rich history of religious influence, deeply intertwined with its colonial past and ongoing relationship with the United States. The potential impact of American political shifts, particularly under a Trump administration, on Jamaica's religious and political landscape is a matter of significant interest. In Jamaica, conservative Christian movements have found common cause with similar groups in the US, sharing concerns about social issues and religious freedoms. A Trump victory in 2024 could embolden these movements, leading to a more pronounced alignment with American conservative Christian values. This alignment might influence local politics, social policies, and even Jamaica's international relations. However, Jamaica's diverse religious landscape means that there could also be significant resistance to such changes. The interplay between support and resistance will shape the future of both religious and political dynamics in the country. By examining Jamaica, we can gain insights into the broader implications of American politics on global Christianity and the complex web of influence that binds nations together. Donald Trump's presidency was a time of significant upheaval on the global stage. His approach to foreign policy, often described as America First, sent shockwaves through long-standing alliances and international agreements. But it was perhaps his stance on religion, particularly Christianity, that held the most profound implications for the future of global governance. Trump, emboldened by his evangelical base, brought faith to the forefront of his administration's policies, raising questions about the role of religion in a world grappling with increasing secularization and the rise of religious nationalism. Trump's vision, embraced by many of his supporters, was one where America, drawing upon its Christian heritage, would lead a global resurgence of traditional values. This vision, however, was met with apprehension by many who feared a world increasingly divided along religious lines. At the heart of this debate lay a fundamental question. Could a global order rooted in the values of one faith truly represent the interests and aspirations of a diverse and interconnected planet? The potential impact of Trump's policies on countries like Jamaica, with its own deep-rooted Christian traditions, was particularly complex. Would Jamaica embrace this new world order, aligning itself with the United States championing a particular brand of Christianity? Or would it seek to chart its own course, balancing its religious identity with its commitment to multiculturalism and its place within a global community? The answers to these questions, as we shall explore, are far from straightforward. They require a nuanced understanding of the historical relationship between religion and governance, the potential for both unity and division that religion represents, and the specific challenges and opportunities that a Trump-inspired world order would present to a nation like Jamaica. To grasp the potential implications of a global order shaped by Trump's brand of Christian politics, one must first acknowledge the profound and often paradoxical role Christianity has played in shaping the world as we know it. From its humble beginnings in the Roman Empire, Christianity has risen to become the world's largest religion, its influence woven deeply into the tapestry of Western civilization. The legacy of Christianity in governance is a complex and often contradictory one. On the one hand, Christian principles of love, compassion, and social justice have inspired countless movements for social progress. From the abolition of slavery to the fight for civil rights, Christian institutions have long been at the forefront of providing education, healthcare, and aid to the poor and marginalized around the world. Yet Christianity's history is also marred by periods of intolerance, persecution, and violence. The Crusades, the Inquisition, and the European wars of religion stand as stark reminders of the dangers of religious extremism and the abuse of power in the name of faith. The very concept of a Christian nation, often invoked by those seeking to impose a particular moral order, raises concerns about the exclusion and marginalization of those who do not conform. The story of Christianity's impact on the world underscores a fundamental truth about religion's role in human affairs. It is a force capable of both great good and great harm. Religion can inspire acts of extraordinary selflessness and compassion, driving individuals and communities to work tirelessly for the betterment of humanity. Yet it can also be twisted and manipulated to justify oppression, violence, and discrimination. This duality is evident in the way religion can both stabilize and destabilize global affairs. Shared religious values can serve as a powerful bridge between cultures, fostering dialogue, understanding, and cooperation. Religious institutions often play a vital role in mediating conflicts, promoting peace-building, and providing humanitarian assistance in some of the world's most troubled regions. However, religious differences can also be exploited to sow discord and division. History is replete with examples of religious conflicts fueling political instability, violence, and war. In an increasingly interconnected world where the actions of one nation reverberate across the globe, the potential for religious tensions to escalate into wider conflicts is a sobering reality. Section 4, the Trump Doctrine, Faith in the Forefront. Donald Trump's approach to religion in foreign policy represented a distinct departure from his predecessors. While previous administrations acknowledged the importance of religious freedom and engaged with religious actors in diplomatic efforts, Trump placed faith, and specifically his interpretation of Christianity, at the very center of his foreign policy agenda. This approach manifested itself in a number of key areas. Firstly, Trump made the promotion of religious freedom, particularly for Christians, a cornerstone of his administration's human rights policy. This included condemning the persecution of Christians in countries like China and Iran and advocating for the rights of Christian groups in the United States. Secondly, Trump actively sought to align the United States with nations that shared his administration's conservative Christian values. This was evident in his close relationships with leaders like Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, both of whom espoused right-wing populist agendas, often intertwined with religious rhetoric. Finally, Trump's rhetoric often presented America as a Christian nation with a unique moral responsibility to lead the world. This framing, while resonating with his evangelical base, raised concerns about its potential to alienate allies and fuel anti-American sentiment in parts of the world where Christianity is not the dominant faith. Section 5, Jamaica, a nation of faith confronts change. Jamaica, an island nation with a rich history and a vibrant culture, stands at a unique crossroads in this evolving global landscape. With a population that is overwhelmingly Christian, Jamaica shares many of the values espoused by the Trump administration. Yet, its commitment to multiculturalism, its history of religious tolerance, and its place within a globalized world present unique challenges and opportunities as it navigates the potential ramifications of a world order reshaped by Trump's religious worldview. Christianity is deeply embedded in Jamaican society. It is the dominant faith shaping not only religious practices but also social norms, cultural expressions, and political discourse. The church plays a significant role in Jamaican life, providing a sense of community, moral guidance, and social support. Given this context, it is unsurprising that many Jamaicans found common ground with Trump's emphasis on Christian values and his vision of a world where those values were given greater prominence. However, Jamaica is not a monolithic society defined solely by its Christian heritage. Other faiths, including Rastafarianism, Islam, and Hinduism, also have a presence on the island, contributing to its cultural richness and diversity.